first, let's start with a big one in Fayetteville. We got a ranked matchup between number 23 Cincinnati and 19th ranked Arkansas. The Hogs hosting last year's playoff darling, but a very different group come this year. So let's welcome in Trey Biddy from hogsports.com. And Trey, Sam Pittman, he said it best. We don't know what the Bearcats are bringing to the party. Do you happen to know?
Yeah, well, he said they're either bringing iced tea or liquor. So basically what that means is you don't really know what they're going to bring. Are they going to go cover zero and just bring a lot of blitzes and stuff at Arkansas? So that's something that Arkansas's got to figure out. They got to prepare for a lot of different things. I would say the best answer to a guy bringing liquor to the party is probably to stay sober and lean on what you know, and that's Arkansas's rushing attack. They led Power 5 in rushing last year. KJ Jefferson returns, went over 600 yards. Rocket Sanders, another big, powerful back that they can rely on. And, of course, Arkansas returns 4 starters on the offensive line, not just starters, but multi-year starters. So that should help pave the way for whatever Cincinnati tries to bring at them, just kind of be able to lean on that rushing attack.
Yeah, we do know the Razorbacks are bringing in KJ Jefferson. How important is it for him to get off to a fast start in this one?
It's very important. You don't want to give Cincinnati any confidence. And Arkansas has actually struggled a little bit in season openers. Georgia in 2020, 2021 against Rice, they actually went down in that game 10-7 at halftime. The long layover they had before the Outback Bowl against Penn State. Now, they came back and handled business in all those games, but you don't want to give Cincinnati any confidence whatsoever. Arkansas also last year's opener started off with 13 penalties for 117 yards, fumbled the opening kickoff. So I would say lean on KJ Jefferson, your veteran quarterback, to get you in the right sets, get you in the right looks, and be able to manage the game. Arkansas definitely needs to get off to a much faster start, and KJ Jefferson could be the key to that.
Outside of him, who else do you think could be an X factor come Saturday?
A lot of possibilities, but I may say the backup quarterback, Malik Hornsby. For those who aren't familiar with Malik Hornsby, he came in, played a significant amount in the Texas A&M game when KJ was hurt, played a significant amount in the Penn State game, Outback Bowl. And what I would say about him is breathtaking speed, not just great speed, but breathtaking speed. Malik Hornsby can line up at wide receiver for them. They've got a special package, where you run jet sweeps, maybe end arounds, maybe double passes, maybe split KJ Jefferson out at wide receiver. Now, I don't know how much they'll use that because they do feel a lot more confident about their wide receiver core, but they've got to figure out a way to get Malik Hornsby's speed on the field, and that may just be the best outlet.
Well, certainly, we know a big reason the offense was so successful last year. Well, he's now out of the building. You saw the highlights rolling through there. Treylon Burks is suiting up for the Titans this fall, so who steps up in his place?
They actually have a lot of candidates now. They brought in 3 transfer wide receivers over the years. Warren Thompson's been there for a couple of years now from Florida State. Jaden Hazelwood comes over, former number 4 ranked prospect in the country on 24/7 Sports. And also you've got Matt Landers, who comes over from Toledo, a former Georgia player who Sam Pittman was familiar with. I keep changing my mind every week over which one of those guys I think is going to be the best wide receiver. What I do know is it's the rangiest, longest group of wide receivers I've ever seen, covering Arkansas for 19 years. And I think that they have a chance as a group to be the best wide receiver core that Arkansas has had going back to 2010, 2011 with those Bobby Petrino teams, guys like Jarius Wright and Greg Childs, Kobe Hamilton, Joe Adams. That was a fantastic core receiver. So that's a mouthful for me to say that, but I think they have potential to be really exceptional at the wide receiver room.
Ooh, some strong words there. Awesome. Thank you so much for all this insight. And you can catch Trey Biddy's work covering this game and all year long on hogsports.com.